Yo, salam nerds. It's your boy Neve, aka Watch with Neve. Then I'm here with my co-host Jazz, aka DJ Dillmill.
I was very surprised to see that, honestly.
I was
I'm so
too.
yeah.
Like, oh my god, you made an app and you can't help yourself with it, so you're going to SEMA auntie? Like, how bad is your app, one? And two, how bad are your decision making to where you're going to SEMA auntie after all of this?
Dude, can't you just make yourself like other people? Like you own the app. Just change the algorithm to make everyone like you, bro.
Yeah, he controls. Yeah, he could make it like so he would find a match easily.
I'm like
Oh,
90% sure they all do that, even like the guy from Muzzmatch, but
We'll see. We'll
we
see.
could talk about that.
Well, speaking of all those dating apps, I want to introduce you guys to Maria.
What introduction?
Yeah, because I met her on a dating. No, I'm just kidding. No, but Maria,
Not a dating app. Let's be honest.
Maria made the funniest TikTok about those 3 dating apps. What basically she did was she made a. Why don't you explain it? It's just so funny the way you did it.
So it's what was it? It's actually I've written down. It's Bill Mill, Serve Coffee, Single Muslim, and Simanti. Long ago, the 4 nations came together.
I'm dead.
I saw that TikTok. I was dying. I was like, we gotta have you back on the show.
I was laughing to myself for like half an hour. I was like, I am so funny.
No, that's good. I love Avatar, so
Oh,
brilliant.
No, but
It's so
but like boggles my mind that she like got together with those apps. Like what? Like of
I
all
know.
people.
So does that make Seema Auntie the Avatar?
Oh, please no.
Oh man.
No, I think it's free publicity. Really, I think that's what they're trying to do with it, or like it's some agreement between them. Like,
Yeah.
there's no reason for that to happen.
They
Yeah,
must
there's-
have paid to be on that app for
Mhm.
sure.
Because
for
there's
sure.
so many dacey dating apps. So I'm just like, who decided that those were the ones, right? Like,
Yeah, and then like the one that was single Muslims, I legit never even heard of that one, and I am a single Muslim. So
same. Because
You-
like you said, Muzzmatch, and I think I've done Minder, but I'm like single Muslim. That's a new one for me too.
yeah. Minder is now known as Salams, which we should try to get them to sponsor us because we Salams is half our name.
They had a rebranding. Good for them.
I know. Yeah. They did a rebranding because a lot of people were treating it like a Muslim Tinder, and they're like, "Whoa! This is not what we planned."
It's completely the opposite of what they wanted.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. They were like, I knew non-Muslim guys that would go on there just to get Muslim girls, and I'd be like, I don't think that's the point of the app.
It's
Hey man, if the girls respond, like maybe they're doing it right.
That's true, man. That's true. People only do things in repetition if it's successful. So somebody's obviously being successful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
I don't want to. Sorry, go ahead.
go ahead.
So I don't want to like blow up my friend's spot, but you know, there's like Tinder nightmares. There was like
Yeah.
a Minder nightmares Instagram too. My best friend started that. She's the one that like blew up everyone's spot. So
Oh man, she must be on people's hit list, man. Because I know that like a lot of people got mad over that. But I thought they were so funny. I thought they were hilarious.
I'm not again. This is why I'm not gonna blow up her spot. But she like found people cheating and will like reach out and be like, "Yo, your husband's on here," and like help people. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, I got twisted real quick. Like she was like, "This was supposed to be a joke," but now I'm like getting involved in their personal lives. So this is like, because yeah, people are messy on these dating
People
apps.
are messy.
Bless
That is
her.
wild.
Yeah,
I've heard there is a Facebook group page, and it's private, and you have to be like to get in. You got to go through some hoops. But what they do is they share like pictures of guys, and girls would just be like, "Hey, does anybody know anything about this guy?" Or like they do these. They kind of vet guys for each other,
smart.
which I think is smart. It's sad that we need it, but I get it.
Yeah.
Um,
it is sad that I've heard so many stories like that. That like that seems so necessary.
yeah.
You can't find Seema Auntie. You got to go through that Facebook chat, man.
I know. So I actually downloaded Single Muslims, and I was like, let me see what this is about. It is the crappiest app ever. Like the user interface is so bad. Like I don't know how anybody uses this. Like I can't even figure out how it works.
Neebs, it's because we're on Android. They only focus on the iPhone app.
Oh, but I have an iPhone too. Let me try to download it on iPhone. Maybe that's
Yeah,
why.
that's like my rule now. Like, if I'm ever using a dating app, I switch to my iPhone because, like, I feel
Oh.
like the experience is better because nobody cares about Android. So,
That's
Mm,
discrimination. That sucks. I'm sorry.
I
have
don't
you
know.
met people? They will discriminate
Yeah, no, that's
me
true.
based on the colors of their bubbles, and I'm
Yo.
over here like, I don't give a shit. Like,
Abbott Elementary even made a joke about that, so that's how you know it's legit.
It is true. It is true. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's get into this episode because this is it's a lot of stuff. So we're gonna cover the first 4 episodes. So if you have not watched past episode 4, then you're in luck. Nothing will be spoiled for you. So we'll just get into it. So this episode starts off with a woman in England named Priya, and she is divorced and she is 35. And again, like everything else, she goes, yes, the Indian community thinks I am worthless because I am 35 and not married. I can't tell you how many people said this in this season. It's wild.
Yeah, this one is she the first divorced?
I think so.
oh, well, then I'm glad they're showing her.
Yeah, same. I was happy that they finally like reached that subject.
Yeah. And the first thing Fimonti goes is like, you can't be that picky. You already have a disadvantage. You're divorced. I'm like,
Bro,
no, that just
what?
means she has experience.
She knows what to do, what not to do.
Listen,
And
if
she
you're
knows what she wants. Like,
if you're applying
this
for
is
a job,
great.
if you're applying for a job, don't you want somebody with experience?
Yeah. Anyone who says they don't want to date divorced women, they're stupid. I'll say that right now. That's like my not so hot take.
And vice versa for divorced men. Like it works both ways.
Yeah, of course.
Fair. All right. Then the other couple that they show us is Viral and Ushay. So Viral and Ushay were the ones who had the little happy moment at the end of season 2. And Viral, I believe, dated a few guys, and she was with that one guy who was like, I think at the furniture store or something. Was that her?
Yeah.
Yes.
Weirdest date ever. I get his point, but like, or her point, but I'm just like, still, that's like going to IKEA on her first date. Like that's a big step to take.
Yeah. And they're
That's
just like,
funny.
they're
You
just-
said that's a big step to take. People are like, no, this is a horrible idea. And
Yeah.
I'm over here saying, no, that's a very important thing to do one day.
It's true. It's true. It's just like furniture buying. It's like a make or break it in my head. I'm just like, that's when your taste comes out. I don't know. It can get heated quickly.
True. Yeah, we'll see. And then Ushay, I believe, went out with Sheetal, and that was a really terrible date because apparently he talked too much on that date. And then I guess they weren't a match, but Viral and Ushay were. So good for them. They seem to be vibing. They met Viral's parents. Viral's parents seem to like him. He speaks the language and he knows how to read and write in Hindi, which I think was really impressive to them. I don't know how to read and write the language, so I'm like, all right. I think that would be super impressive.
Bro, it's like half Arabic. Like,
But it's different. It's half Arabic, but it's not. Like it's so
Yeah.
confusing.
It is, and
It's
it
so
isn't.
hard.
Yeah.
Some
I
fancy
can read
letters here and
Arabic, but I can't read Urdu. It makes no sense. Why?
there.
Also, like they try to be fancy with the calligraphy. I'm like, yo, chill.
It's like cursive or like cursive Arabic. Like you just flow it together.
The first word I knew how to read in Arabic was halal.
Well, that's important. That's just
That's
important.
very important, actually. Yeah.
Very important.
I'm
know
with
where
you
to
on
eat.
that one.
Gotta know where to eat.
It's so complicated to put in resumes because you're like, oh, I can speak Urdu, but I can read Arabic, but I can't do
Yeah.
vice versa. And don't ask me that.
Yeah. Oh man. Listen. If they ask you to speak Arabic, just start dropping Surat Fatiha. They'll never know. They'll never know.
Until they bring an Arab person in, it's gonna be like, I see what you did there.
That's really smart. I like that.
Fair. So Viral and Ushay have been dating for 3 months. So that's not bad. 3 months. So they seem to be getting along really well, and it looks like he wants her to meet his parents in India. So they're gonna go to his family in India, and then we go back to Priya and what's going on with her, and she's talking a little bit about the guy that she wants, and she also seems to be a little picky when it comes to hair and height. I gotta say, hair and height are the two things that I guess guys get discriminated against with no fallback on anybody. Just like, well, it is what it is.
I have
What are your
feelings
thoughts on that?
Yeah. I guess like maybe I just don't understand how you can be South Asian and expect height because I'm just like, have you met like
We're some of the shortest people in the
Yeah.
world.
and I see this kind of like kindness. It's just like we are who we are, and we're great. Like that's just what we are. Like so to expect a 6 foot. I think was it 6 foot? Was she the one that wanted a 6 foot?
Yeah, 6 foot.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, what? What 6 foot men have you met? I think the tallest like I have a cousin who's 6 foot, but like usually 5'10" is like very nice. So I'm just like, how can you expect a
Yes.
6 foot guy?
I made it.
I have a theory that brown women are trying to breed us out of existence. Like, anyone under 6 feet, they're trying to breed us out of existence. That's what it is.
Is that such a bad thing?
South Asians are going to be known as the tallest people in the world, although people under 6 foot will never get laid.
Natural selection at its finest.
It's Darwinism.
Led by brown women of this generation.
They're killing us softly with their songs.
Like basic eugenics somehow happening.
Oh God. We are literally 2 steps away. You're right.
Right?
It feels that way.
Yeah, women are vicious.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm dead.
No, but it feels that way. Whatever people, like women say that, like, and again, I get that you're allowed to want what you want because you're paying Simanti. But I'm like, have you met brown men? Like nothing. Like, and the hair I can understand, but at the same time, it's like, but hair and height, like, come on.
Listen, hair you can
Hair
go to
you can
Turkey.
change.
You can go to Turkey and get your full hair back for about $4,000, man. I'll donate it to some of these dudes if they want it.
Yeah.
Salam Nerds can sponsor a hair transplant. Get us to 10,000 followers and subscribers. We will pay for your hair transplant
It's a guarantee.
in Turkey.
We'll make a whole trip out of it. It'll be great.
Well, yeah, Salam Nerds in Turkey.
Like sponsor your trip. That'd be hilarious.
We'll document the hair transplant and everything.
Saving Daisy marriage just one hair transplant at a time.
One hair transplant at a time. Oh man, yeah. So if you're a guy on the show who got called out for not having enough hair, let us know. we'll pay for it. But look, one of the hottest girls on the show that's ever been on the show, which I've probably ever seen in my entire life, she was like, yeah, I don't care if a guy has hair. I don't care if a guy's tall. And that was Miss India, Vishali.
I love her. I know that she's a little attached to her mother, but low-key, I'm like, I like you a lot. She's great.
Dude, I like her so much that I've gone too far to the other side, and now I like don't like her because I suspect she's acting. Because she's
Wow.
no one can be that perfect.
Yeah.
No one can be. She's like somebody Raj Chopra has written. She's like a character Raj Chopra has written, and Raul chases her throughout the country to find her.
Yo, I have a theory about this actually. Like I talk about this a lot with my friends. That like brown girls and like brown boys too, we've been so like conditioned by Bollywood that we low-key become those people.
Maybe.
Because like that's just like who we grew up like learning. So I would not be surprised that she's genuinely like that. But I do think her red flag is her relationship with her mother. Like it's a little like I'm an only girl child too, but like that's a lot even for me. So
I mean, it's just different over there.
True, that's very fair. And I live at home with my parents, and I also am worried about them too. But I was just like, I'm worried about her for that because I'm like, she seems like a great girl. She seems so open minded. I'm just like, I hope like your relationship with your parents does not affect like your happiness in the future.
I mean, I would take one for the team because that's not the worst thing in the world. Like, look what you're
Take
getting.
one for the team. You'd be lucky, my guy.
Yeah, like, look what you're getting.
Poetry, like that's all you need to do. You got this.
Yeah. I don't know.
I will say that was cute.
Yeah, I really, really thought she was amazing. But like I said, to the point where I thought she was too amazing because she has a career in acting. She has been in movies
And models.
and like
I also love that she was actually in the season 1, I think, for that other guy.
she was in season 1 of the other guy, which kind of makes me like, okay, maybe it wasn't, but maybe it was because the guy who I really don't like, Pradhiman, whatever his name is, right?
I'm married, engaged, I think, right in between.
So this is something I hate about this show. Why are we following people who failed with the matchmaking, got their own girlfriend or whatever, and we saw his entire wedding. Why? I don't understand that. Why were we following him and his story when it had nothing to do with the matchmaking anymore? I hate when they do that. It almost makes me feel like he was mad about how they portrayed him, threatened to sue, and then Indian matchmaking was like, okay. You find a girl and we'll pay for your whole wedding and we'll put it on TV. I feel like that's what happened.
Oh my god, that's probably what happened.
Because people came at him for being gay. People came at him for being picky. People were like, "You ain't shit. You don't look that great. You're out of shape." People came at him, right? And he was really upset. And he had the money to make something happen if he gets upset, right? I feel like his parents like tried to sue the show, and they're like, "Okay, fine. We'll show your entire lavish wedding on our show if you don't sue us." I feel like something like that happened.
I could totally
I
see that
believe it.
happening. Yeah, I could totally see that happening actually.
Because there's no reason to show these couples who did not go through the matchmaking process and ended up getting a date and showing their story, because it kind of goes against the show. It's making the show look bad. Like matchmaking doesn't work. Imagine if like out of all the relationships, the only ones that work out are the ones that didn't use Seema Auntie. Like that's where the rate is going at the point.
Especially because like this show feels like it's Seema Auntie's brand. Like this show is supposed to vouch for like her skills as a matchmaker. So like, why are we watching her not be successful?
Yeah.
It's just bad branding. This happened with the other girl. Wait, did we see that part yet in the first 4 episodes?
No, I think that doesn't happen in the first 4 episodes.
that's
So
the
we'll
one.
get
I
we'll
think it
get to
was-
that in part 2.
Yeah. I remember seeing that in season 2, but like, I don't understand why we see that. And like, I have a lot of feelings about Seema Auntie. And whenever these moments happen, where we see these people like find people on their own, I'm just like, ha, see Seema, like you don't have to like compromise this much. You know, you can like want what you want and so find it.
I think so. Because there are times, because even in season 2, Sheetal, Simanti goes through her so many times, like, you can't have everything. You can't have everything you want. You gotta go for 60%. You gotta go 60%. Then she gets a guy who's a doctor and an influencer, and all of a sudden they're in love. And it's like, she got everything she wanted, apparently. So you can get 100% Simanti, but that's another one that made me think, oh, maybe she was dating him already. She went on the show, went on 2 dates, and then went like, oh, by the way, I found someone on my own. And then I'll just say something like, but I learned a lot from you, so thank you, as an excuse to stay on and be relevant. And then that way they can show their entire love story on, TV and become influencers, because they were both influencers before the show started.
Interesting. The debunking of Indian matchmaking. I'm here for this.
Yeah,
Yo, let's do a deep dive. This will be great.
Like,
I want you to go through their Instagram stories. Tell me.
yeah, I want to see the problematic couples, and I want to see the Indian matchmaking couples. I don't want to see people find their own love story, and that's just everybody. Everybody does that. I don't care. I don't give a shit.
You can do that all the time. We see that in real life.
I see that at every wedding. They show like, oh, how we met. It's basically every wedding's like best woman speech or best man speech. That's all it is. Lame.
Speaking of, because Domil was brought up, 2 of my best friends met their spouses through Domil, and I love the husbands. I like met them. They like I vetted them, and I'm like, why Domil really? So like, I will vouch that Domil helped my best friends find love. Just saying.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Can't
All right.
the other ones though. Just saying.
Ruby's like 60% is such a low number. Oh my God, did they say that? Yes, they do say that. 60%. Auntie says 60, 70. That's what she said. That's what you got to aim for. You're not going to get everything you want. You got to go for 60, 70.
So what you do is you make your checklist stupid long so that the original few that you want end up being 60, 70%.
Oh, funky math. Maybe that's why they do it. Because every time they like reach out, everyone's like thing is long as hell. It's so weird.
And they keep going. I always think I'm like, oh, you're done. No, there's like then they have a second column. And they keep going in the second column.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
I guess. Well, the number one thing on everyone's list, I think everybody's list, it was height. And it was 6 foot, being at least 6 foot tall. Seema Auntie's like, oh, he's good height. He's 5'7". And I just went, I'm sorry, Seema Auntie. I'm so sorry.
No one likes a short king on this show, unfortunately.
I know. And the girl was like 5'4". So Seema Auntie.
Other thing, yeah, like girls are short. South Asian girls are short. I'm 5'2". At the most, we're 5'4". So like, how can you want
Exactly.
a guy that's over 5'11". It's too high.
I just thought that was funny when Seema Auntie called the 5'7" guy tall. I mean, respectively, he is tall compared to the girl, but yeah, I'm sorry, that's not what she meant.
Yeah, Ruby's in the comments going off. Like,
That's
like
not even a
that
passing grade. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I can only get 60%. Okay, I want a double billionaire.
No, I like your jazz. I like your approach, Jazz. Like, just have so much that like the odds are in your favor.
hmm
I feel like a crazy list will scare people away. Like if I saw a girl with a crazy list, even if she was like, "Oh, I will scrap half of it for you," it'll still make me a little nervous. I'd be like, I don't measure up, man. I don't know why you want me.
Well, then step up, Neebs.
I can't grow like 3 inches, bro.
Yes, you can. You gotta do the surgery
Not
where
with
they,
that attitude.
where
Not
they
with
break
that
your
attitude.
leg in like 5 places and they grow the bone slowly. You have to relearn how to walk and run eventually.
This sounds
but
like a
you can get taller.
I'd rather just have more money.
That's smart. That's really smart. I would say just bring a block with you and just stand on it everywhere you go. Ooh,
That's true.
illusion. Speaking of short kings, I felt really bad for Bobby the whole
So
time.
that's the next person I want to talk about.
Mhm.
Bobby was so sweet. He's a school teacher. The way his students talked about him, I was almost in tears. I was
That
almost
was
in
so
tears.
cute.
Yeah. And he had great energy. He was super nice guy. All he said was, you know what, man, sometimes I get stuck in the friend zone. Hopefully this won't happen.
That was so
He
Wah, wah.
manifested it though. That's his fault.
How you going to take a girl salsa dancing and still come out the friend zone?
They had wine. They had everything right.
Oh man.
Um,
I don't know,
Bobby,
man.
yeah.
AKA Kevin G.
I
I'm serious. He's the Indian guy who's good at math and can rap.
He
He's
raps.
Kevin G
You're right.
from
Wow.
Mean Girls.
Oh my god, you're right.
Wow.
You grew up to be. Oh my god.
The man has side character energy. I'm sorry, Bobby. We love you. We will pay for the hair transplant if you want to come on the show.
He had a good set of hair. He had good hair, right?
was
Did he
good,
have
yeah.
it? Okay, he had good hair. Okay. Never
just-
mind.
He's solid.
He's
Like
5'4".
No, was he 5'4"? Was she saying that to be mean?
No, I think he was 5'4".
Okay.
Or
5'4"
maybe-
is pretty short.
Yeah, because I think he's honest. Which is
So-
it's great that he's honest, right? Because guys do lie. So
Sure.
oh yeah, all my friends lie on the apps. They say they're 6 feet, and I'm like, you're 5'7", bro. Like that's noticeable.
it's a rule, right? It's like if they're
You-
they say
you-
they're 6 feet, they're actually like 5'9" or something. So
Here's a trick to lying. You could only lie by like 1 inch because if you ever get called out on it, you can be like, oh, I guess your measuring tape's a little off. But if it's more than 2 inches, you can't do it. You can't do it. Like 1 inch maybe, and be like, oh, you know what, man, I got osteoporosis now. Like maybe I shrank a little. But you can't do more than 1 inch. You
this is
can't.
acting. I have scoliosis. Like what? That's rude.
The other thing is, girls assume you're lying. So now if you're not lying, you're losing inches. Because if you're 5'7" and you're telling the truth, they're assuming you're 5'5", and now you're losing out on.
Is that why I'm failing? Because I actually honestly put my height of 5'10", and they think I'm like 5'4".
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. That is
Fuck my
actually-
life.
it's a Lance Armstrong method. It's like, yeah, he got caught cheating, but everybody else was cheating also. So what's the point?
God damn it.
Whoa.
You got to even it out, man. You got to even it out. But
You don't
that,
have
yeah.
to hear 6'1". That's how you balance it out, Jazz.
Got it.
Ruby says get lifts.
She's
That's
not
true.
wrong. That's what the Bollywood industry does. So
You know what's a good way to fix your height and get taller? Have better posture. A lot of people don't have good posture.
that's
This is
true.
true.
That's true.
Like you could actually be like 5'9" and not know it.
Perfect timing.
Chad just left. He's like, hell no, I'm not gonna be 5'9".
He's like, I'm gonna go fix my dating apps right now.
That was weird. I don't know why it disappeared.
It's okay.
But
You're
yeah.
fixing your height requirements on your dating apps. We get it.
Yeah,
Jazz-
right. Yeah. I'm now an inch shorter. I am now 5'9".
I know. Yo, listen, all you gotta do is have like good posture, and you don't know. Also have high hair.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Like, have a top
Yep.
knot. Have
Yep.
a top knot. It makes
This
it.
right here, like I can,
There you go.
like
There
if
you
I
go.
style it a certain way, it can definitely like add 2 inches,
Yeah.
and then I'll be 6 feet.
Yeah, there you go.
Do it. That's all you need, Jazz. That's all you need.
It makes a difference. It really does.
Listen, hair is part of your body. I think it counts. It counts.
No, you got to measure from the forehead.
I think it counts. I think it counts.
It's okay.
We'll see. We'll see. Hair is part of your body, my friend.
Mhm.
Mhm.
All right. All right.
Oh yes, yes it is.
Let's see.
We're South Asian. We know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Then we go back to Viral and Ashay, and they go to Central Park, and they're having this cool stuff. And he's like, "I want you to meet my family in India." And then she's like, "Whoa, big moves, big moves." I had no idea his family was in India. I thought they were in the States.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I want to say like Viral was one of those people that like was like, oh, she has such a high requirement with her list because she wanted vegetarian, she wanted someone who could speak Gujarati, she
Yeah.
wanted, I think there's something else that she wanted too, but like she found it and she just showed like how giddy, like she's so cute when
Love
she's
them.
Adorable.
She's so smitten, and it's like just it shows you that like whenever you do it right and you find someone like it just it's so cute. So I'm really happy to see her like arc of like
I'm very, very
growing
happy.
and being in love with him.
Oh, the
Which-
moment she premiered last season, I was like, this girl. She's
Yeah. hmm
But she also did she also mention height? I feel like she did too, right?
Well,
And
I don't
Ashay is not that tall, so I feel like she was just like once
When
you
you-
saw him, once you like somebody, none of that matters. I think.
Exactly. Like I think she's a very successful girl, which like kudos to her. She like clearly like made a name for herself, and she knew what she wanted, which was great. But I feel like Simanti was like kind of, I don't know, you know how she gets so like combative when someone wants something.
Yeah.
And I felt that energy with them, and like I was just like, oh, and this was the furniture date episode, girl. So I was just like, I don't know if she's gonna find someone. So when she found Ashay and like they hit it off, and she was just like, he's so cute. Oh my god! I was like, yeah, girl, like good for you. Be happy.
They
And
are
I
my
love
number one
following
couple.
them.
Like, they're my number one favorite couple
I
right
know.
now.
And that's
I
why
love
I'm
them.
watching the show is because of them. Every episode ends with a cliffhanger with them. Have you guys noticed that?
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't even notice that. You're right.
I keep watching because of them. Like I think the first episode he asked her to go to India, and then it ends, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what happened? Yes.
You're
And
the
then
only reason I'm watching. So you're right. They're smart.
yeah, and then second episode she's about to meet her parents, and then the third episode happens, and I'm like, what? Like I want to see. And then like I think he buys her jewelry in the third episode. I don't know. They have left the
And-
cliffhangers with those two.
Well, we'll talk about that. We'll get into that later.
The
But all right.
jewelry. Oof.
Oh
So-
yeah, the jewelry.
So we already talked about let's see, when he goes salsa dancing with her.
You're going back to Bobby now. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we're going to Bobby. So I'm going because they show Bobby in the second episode too. She doesn't like him. I didn't. Okay, here's one thing. You don't like a guy because he's 5'4". It's fine. But the way she said it with her friends around seemed very nasty, in my opinion. Like she was kind of like making fun of him, and that made me feel bad.
And the reaction said it all because they were just like, okay, and
Yeah.
like say more, and they're like, oh, you care about height, and I was like, oh, the friends throwing shade.
Yeah.
Calling you out.
I get
Real
that, I
friends
get-
right there.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
yeah. I don't know. We'll see. And
I
then
like the friends. They like said a lot of other stuff, which I don't know if I can say on here, but like
Yes, you
they
can.
said yeah. One of them was just like, you just want to be thrown around. And she's like, okay. She's like, well, you
I mean,
do.
who doesn't? Like,
Yeah.
Which girl doesn't? Like,
But like I really like that they called her out because they were just like, okay, this is just like a personal, like you need to get over this.
yeah, totally get that. Then we went back to Rashal and
Shelley.
Rashali.
Rashali. Yes. I
Our
love the way
girl.
I love the way she talks. The way she adds like a little bit of Hindi into her language. Like it's so cute. It's so adorable.
She
And
said, I love her. I really hope she finds love. She's so cute.
I hope she finds work. Like I hope she's in Bollywood movies. Like honestly, Bollywood is so hard to break into because of the nepotism. Like I hope this show is her breakout. If there was one person who I would give a pass for using this show as a vehicle to stardom, it would be her. I would give her a pass.
What I love
You're
about her is
biased.
that she clearly but I agree. Like as a woman, like I'm just like I feel her. Like she just seems so genuine. I don't know. She just comes across as genuine. I hope she's not acting. I would be so heartbroken if she's acting because she has my whole heart. I really like her. I hope she finds love. I think she likes the one guy, but I feel like she's like so in her head. Who was the guy that she dated, the filmmaker that wrote poetry?
She dated a filmmaker that wrote poetry, but he didn't really care about like his parents and was very independent, and that kind of turned her off. And she kind of was like, "I'm done with the state." But she was really nice to him until then.
I wanted to like go into the camera, like go into the TV and be like, oh my God, communicate better. Like just like
Yeah.
talk about how like they see relationships with your parents are different and like she clearly has a healthier one than you do and it's okay.
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
Mhm.
All
That's
right.
too smart. That's too smart for Netflix. Come on.
I know you're right.
Yeah.
See,
They
Monty
want
would
the.
not approve with me.
Uh, all right, and then we see Ashay and Viral. We go back to them, and
Of course.
they are shopping, and they are looking at jewelry, and Ashay's got some bang. So part of me was like, "Oh, they just don't know how numbers work," because I do that too. When I'm in Pakistan and someone tells me a price, I go, yeah, sure, no problem." Not because like I'm okay with how expensive it is, but because I don't know what that number is.
Oh, Neebs.
Yeah.
As a baller without realizing it.
Yeah. I'll be like, 1,300? Is this 1,300? I don't know how much is this. I don't know how to say. I don't know how to
Miss
say.
Marvel reference. I love
Yeah,
it.
I don't know how to say that in
When you
Urdu or
get
Hindi,
Theme saw. Come
Theme song,
on.
come on.
bro.
I don't know what theme song is at $1 anymore though, so that's fair.
I have no idea how to say 27.50
87
in like
cents.
Hindi.
Like,
Like, there's no
gross.
way.
Okay, give me a
Oh
second.
my
I
God.
have to like really think it through.
See, it's hard. It's hard.
It's hard. I don't even know what currency
I can only count up to 12, and that's because of that Madhuri Dixit song. That's it. That ek do teen. Yeah, that's how I learned to count.
Oh my God, you're right.
If anything costs more than $12, I don't know if it's expensive or not.
I think I go up to 25. You're right. But the thing is, like, the currency changes so much. Like, every time I'm in Pakistan, I'm just like, what's a dollar right now? Like, you don't know. It's so much.
It's like what 300 or something now. Like,
For $1? Yeah.
yeah, it's insane.
Changes literally every other day.
And I love like Viral was kind of just like looking at the price, and then she's like, okay, and then she was like,
Almost.
no big thing, and then when he converts it to English, she's like, oh,
It's only $27,000. No big deal. Like,
yo, that was crazy.
I actually love the jeweler. The jeweler was like, "Oh, it's only $13,500. Oh, it's only $27,000." Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
I don't know if you guys have gone to like Desi or Pakistani Indian like jewelry stores. That's exactly how they are. They're
Yeah.
literally like, hey, kuch bhi nahi hai. You know, like they're just so like they're hustling to get that sale. So
they try to gaslight you into thinking you're not poor.
yeah.
It's by the way, I looked up the exchange rate. It's 280 Pakistani rupees per
Ooh, we gone up. Good for the dollar.
Bad for
dollar.
Pakistan.
Bad for the country, but good for us. Yeah.
Really bad for Pakistan. I'm so sorry for Pakistan.
I'm dead.
I'll be there in 2 weeks. So if you guys want anything, let me know. I'll bring you back something.
Got you. Yeah.
I still haven't decided if I'm going to go on that trip.
You
You
should
should
do
go with him. Are you going to go with him?
I might.
it. Do it.
Let's go.
Salam nerds live from the
I will
motherland.
message you later. Like honestly, that's like a trip of a lifetime. You should really go.
Look, all
I
I'm
got
saying is,
my visa and passport.
whoa,
ready,
don't
so-
show that on the screen, bro.
I hit it enough to where you can't see the numbers or anything written. It's fine.
Identity fraud is not a joke, Jim.
Bears.
No, it'll be a game time decision, but I am prepared for it.
Oh my god.
Listen,
Oh wait, this is so cute. I'm so excited for you guys.
listen, Jazz. Salam nerds live from the motherland. I'm just saying. What a great
I know.
episode. What a great
It'll
episode.
really depend on how business is going these next couple of weeks. But if it goes
What-
well this week, I will pull the trigger and buy the
I
tickets.
kid you not, that is a trip that I would love to go on. Like that is like aspirational. So you gotta go do it.
Yeah.
No pressure, but you gotta do it.
Look what Ruby said. Her transformation to me is almost complete.
That's so
No,
funny.
like if you go back to some of our previous episodes, Ruby's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be Jazz." I'm like, "I'll be Ruby," and now she's almost there apparently.
I mean, you did show your passport. So.
That is true. That is true. All right.
Um,
And now in episode 4, we meet some new people. I forgot what the guy's name is, but he took somebody on a paint date where they were painting.
Vikash.
oh, the
Ah,
ER. Do not get me started. Sorry.
the ER dude.
No, go off. Let's hear it.
Let's go.
I gave him the benefit of the doubt because I'm just like, okay, you're a doctor. He's 40 something. I want to, maybe he's like changed. He's grown. He's learned his lesson because like he wanted the typical like Bollywood girl. So he's just like, I've learned to like adapt and change myself. And even with his list, because like I think he said like he wanted Brahmin, even though he's not really practicing Brahmin, and like all this other stuff. But then, I know this is episode 5, so I can't say anything. But like he's like everything wrong with our culture, simply put. Like, and I know that you guys have seen those episodes, so I just, and this is what disappoints me. It's just like, oh, you want more than you can even like. You want this like girl, but you reciprocate exactly. You like you don't put your money where your mouth is. Simply put. And
it's like the Muslim guys who want a girl who doesn't drink and doesn't eat this and doesn't do drugs and doesn't have sex, but you do all of these things.
Yeah, or you did all those things and now you don't do it anymore, and you had
Yeah.
like literally every guy I grew up with. So I'm just like, and at first even I was just like, oh, Simanti's being too hard on him. Maybe he wants Brahmin because like he wants to like grow into his religion and culture because that's something that's important to him. But he just started nitpicking about the dumbest things. Because like the girl that he was with was cute, and like low-key, I remember there was like guys like this in season 2 where they just like they want a hot girl. Let's be honest, they want a young hot girl.
Yep, they just want a hot girl.
That's what he wants.
And then when a hot girl comes in, you realize that you have no personality and she doesn't like you.
Yeah. Exactly. That happened in season 2.
Yep, it happened in season 2. I remember.
Yeah. Which is really funny that they dropped that guy real quick.
Oh, I haven't seen beyond episode 5. Did they actually like drop him?
Oh, no. Last season.
Oh, last season, yeah. Well, yeah, that was funny.
Unfortunately, we stay with him past season 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So that was that one. And then we go back to Rashali, and she's sitting there with her friends. She has a little entourage, and they're all just super fancy. I'm like, whoa, they really like their fashion over there. And they're just talking about her and talking about what kind of guy she likes and like, you know, what kind of person she is. Again, seems like a very sweet person. I'm probably sure some of those guys are probably madly in love with her and she just doesn't know it.
That was so obvious.
Yeah.
Oh man.
She's just so cute though. I really cannot fault her. I probably should be more critical of her like Neebs is, but like I'm like, oh, she doesn't know better.
I just think I am critical of her, but I also give her a pass because she's adorable.
I think she's such a like I think like every girl can like resonate with wanting to gets her like whole like Bollywood, wanting a poet, being close to her parent. Okay, fine. Maybe I resonate with that a lot, but like I don't know. I feel like she's really genuine.
You're afraid. I love it.
But so like. At the same time, I want to shake her and be like, yo, girl, it's because you've never moved out. Like, you never know what it's like until you move out. So, like,
but she does, though. She traveled for work. She goes to, like, Russia. She goes all over.
It's different whenever you move out, right? Like, there's, like, this anxiety as, like, they see people. We can talk about this. There's this anxiety of leaving your parents, right? Like, when you move out of your parents' house, you worry about them.
Fair.
Yeah,
especially if you're an only child.
I moved back in because I was worried.
I moved back in. Like, I moved out when I was 18. And then I moved back in when I was 31 because I wanted to help my parents. And now that I'm like 33, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so scared to move out, even though I've like lived literally in different countries without my parents. And I'm like, oh no, my parents are going to be so lost without me. And I'm like, they literally survived for 10 years. Like, you're going to be fine. You know, it's just hard.
No, I'm in the process of buying a second house for my parents because like the house they live in now, it has like 3 floors. And I'm like, yo, they're getting old. I don't trust them with stairs.
Yeah. Oh, it's real. It's so real.
I need to buy them a ranch.
I don't trust my mom specifically with knives anymore. I'm like, nope, stay away from the knives. You're going to cut yourself.
That's so cute. But I feel it.
I'm at that point. Like,
yeah.
I feel it, man. Listen, someone who takes care of their parents is someone who can also, you know, take care of you, take care of the kids, man. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's a good, endearing quality. I love her. I don't know what to tell you.
I get it. Yeah.
Dude, there's no reason this person should be that hot and this nice. Like, it doesn't compute.
So this is where my flag is. She's Miss India. Are you telling me she hasn't found somebody? Are you telling me like Rishta aunties don't go up to her constantly with people? Like, I'm convinced she may be on here for clout.
I think so.
That's fair. But I also think there's like a type of girl that like guys get intimidated by and they might hurt. And I think that's like what she is. Like, think about it. Like, usually
if that's the case, I volunteer as tribute.
But do it. Like, I really, I guess like I'm being naive, but like I really do believe that she's genuine. Like, I feel like she's the type of girl that is genuine, that is nice, but guys assume she's rude or mean, and then they use her, or they like,
Oh.
She also was she the one that wasn't dating? Maybe that's what it is.
I don't know.
So
But
Oh
listen,
no, I do believe that guys would use her. I can see that being
yeah,
a thing.
so I feel like
That's-
people just don't
that's
take
fair.
that. I feel like guys that are genuine don't approach her, and then guys that are like stuck up and like manipulative do approach her. So like, you know what I mean? Like I just feel like she just
yeah,
Okay,
a bad
that
fool,
tracks.
I
unfortunately.
think I get that. But also,
So beautiful. Like she's just
also-
so freaking beautiful.
also to play devil's advocate, like I'm going back and forth, but I feel like she had the least complicated list of like things she wants in a guy. Now, if you have no intention of finding a guy on this show, wouldn't you make your list as easily as possible because you don't want to come off mean? And then you don't really care who you find because you're not really planning on marrying somebody off the show, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's hard to take the cynical part out and the hopeful part out because I'm a little bit of both.
And I will admit that there's a lot of hot girls on this show. Like there are a lot of hot girls. Like the one I think Sheetal was really hot. Like so, and they always have a huge list. And like the fact that Roshali didn't, it was very like, huh, okay, yeah, it was very interesting.
Right.
I don't
totally
trust
agree.
Sheetal. The
I
moment she came on the show, I was like,
no, I don't
something's
trust
off
her.
about her.
Something's
Something's
off.
off.
Well, I
can
mean-
feel it.
I mean, she's
She's
like
from
I said,
Jersey.
hey, she's probably a fine person. I'm just saying on the show, something's fishy.
Mhm.
She's
That's all.
specifically from Edison, New Jersey. And
Aren't
you know what
we
to say
all,
about girls, Edison.
Leave them alone.
God, don't be such a hater. They're
God,
just trying their
Jazz.
best.
Don't get us canceling Edison. For all we know, that's our biggest market.
Yeah, really. Like,
not.
It's
It's not. It's one of our smallest.
Listen,
They don't like us.
yeah.
Maybe it's a grower.
And you're worried about me getting you canceled?
Yeah.
What?
I was
I'm talking about a
touting
growing
for-
market.
Sure.
Sure.
That's sure.
Sure.
Oh man. All right. Let's see. Ice cream. Someone doesn't like ice cream? Someone
Yeah.
says ice cream's overrated. Who did that?
Priya.
I wrote
Priya.
that.
Who
Oh, yeah,
says
okay,
ice
girl.
cream's overrated? Ice cream's amazing.
That's so weird. That's
Yeah.
that's a red flag for me.
Hmm.
Unless she's like lactose intolerant.
No, I think she just didn't like the guy because that was her second date with that really boring guy, quite frankly.
Oh, yeah, he was really boring.
Yeah, he was really boring.
Fair, very fair
Yeah.
that she didn't like him.
I think she just tried to like say things to end it. But if she really does hate ice cream, yeah, I'm not a fan.
Who eats ice cream?
Everybody?
No, she said who hates
Oh,
ice cream.
Hates.
Who-
Okay, yeah. No.
I love ice cream. It's like my favorite dessert.
Yeah, I've dated girls who are like completely like lactose, and they're like, you know what, man, I'll take one for ice cream. I don't care. I'll take. They carry their little pills with them.
Mhm.
I feel so good after I eat ice cream. Like I just feel happy.
There's only
It's
one girl I met
summer.
who didn't like ice cream, and that's because she didn't like anything sweet at all, which was a different red flag.
Yeah.
Is that
Like
why-
New Girl said she doesn't like desserts. Like that's a red flag.
That is
Yeah,
a
no,
red
like
flag.
nothing, like no chocolate, honey, like nothing sweet.
I understand.
But like desserts in general.
Everything.
I understand not eating them
nothing.
because like you're watching your weight, or you have like you're into fitness, whatever, right? But not actually liking them. That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like it's fair because especially with health concerns, but like come on, we all love that. Like we
Yeah, you can
especially
still
being
like
desi-
it.
Especially being desi, like I think where there's something in our genetics that like makes us predisposed because you don't make mitai without loving sweets. Like mitai is some of the sweetest sweets that I've ever had.
Mhm.
And like it comes from us.
Straight
Simply
facts.
put. Mhm.
Yeah, that's
It's
why
also
we're.
why we're all predisposed to diabetes.
I know.
That's about to say that.
This is why our GI system and heart problems exist in our South Asian cultures.
Maybe we should get naturally selected out of existence.
I love us. We're great.
So you're telling me that girls should only date guys that are above 6 feet and not pre-diabetic. That should be
Yes,
everyone's.
not pre-diabetic. They don't have IBS. They don't have what was the other one? The
GERD.
heart problems. Yeah.
Gerd.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that too.
Because
Yeah.
of our spicy food, especially with Ramadan ending and stuff. Like you suffered with some hard with reflux. I'm sure we all did.
Yep. Mhm.
Yep.
Facts.
Yep.
Yeah. Daisy eugenics.
It's a thing.
Oh man, they're trying to. We're going to be rare, man. We're going to be rare to find. Like millions of years from now, scientists will be looking and be like, all of a sudden, all these 5'7" guys just disappeared. We can't find a single bone, skeleton of them anywhere.
We're rare phenomenon. We'll be unrecognizable.
Yeah. It'll be like only the 5'7" guys had oil in their bones. So like now the world has like oil problems where we can't. And the older Daisy women were like, oh no, if only we dated shorter men, the world wouldn't be extinct.
Nice.
This sounds like fan fiction I should be writing.
Wattpad, go for it.
All right, and then
We're getting canceled.
and then the episode ends with Priya meeting a guy with the top knot, and all her friends called him the Indian Aquaman.
Wow.
Love
What
that
are you?
for them.
I think what was his name? Vim. Vim was his name, I
Vim.
believe.
Oh yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
What do you
for
guys
all
think
my
of Vim?
Linux people out there, if you know what Vim is, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry you think someone who knows Linux actually watches our show, Jazz.
I'm on this show.
Come on,
You
man.
never
I wanna
know.
We're talking about
wanna know
Indian
what it-
matchmaking, season
Yeah.
3, bro.
I want to know what it is now. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay, it's like Notepad, like on Windows, right? But the keyboard shortcuts for it are very complicated, and so the first time somebody goes into Vim, they usually can't exit, and they struggle with exiting the software. It's just so
Interesting.
complicated. Yeah, so it's really funny. I've
Sounds
actually noticed
like
your
her
friends.
dating life. Okay, well, what an allegory.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it worked out full circle there.
Oh no.
I don't think anything of him. Like I feel like I hate to say this, but I really think something. Oh, she thought he was hot, and that was good enough for her,
Yes.
which is fine. Which is fine. Like if you want someone who's hot, that's fine. Good for you. But like that's like literally all I can say about him. Like oh, he had hair. He was tall.
He had hair. She liked the hair.
Yeah. He was tall too. Or he was
He
tall.
was
Yeah.
6 feet.
Yeah. There you go.
Really? I thought he was the same height as. Okay, maybe.
It's that top knot, man.
It's that top
it.
nut, man. That top nut gets you that extra inch.
Mm-hmm.
It counts.
I do like
Yeah.
they took her to that like indoor cricket facility. That was pretty cool.
That was cool.
Oh yeah, that was cute. That was cute.
Yeah, I didn't know they have that. I want to go next time I go to England.
I want to
I
like
want
bring
to-
that here. Like,
Yeah, I want
shit.
to ask. I want to ask actually, like, what do you guys think that like the show only took place in England and India this time? Because usually they add America. Like I noticed that, and I was like, why aren't you adding Americans this time?
Oh,
Did you
you're
feel some
right.
type of way about that? Because I did.
I think it's just production. I think it's like timing and scheduling and production. I don't think they meant anything by it, but I think they had that one couple who was from America and they took him over to India and they were
Mhm.
like, "We'll feature you on." Well, no, they did have. I believe Sheetal will show up.
Oh yeah, but Sheetal's not Seamonty. Like I was like, it's very
Yeah.
interesting that Seamonty's only basing her work out of England right now. Is it because she wasn't successful in America? Because maybe she does better in like England, and maybe it's because like I've been like searching like England like content versus like American content when it comes to South Asian. I'm just like, I wonder if like she does more success, like she's more successful in England versus America.
I believe people in the UK are more cultural and and religious than the people in America, I believe.
Mhm.
Just because they're closer, they visit more often. I feel like people in the UK went to the people from India and Pakistan went to the UK earlier.
Mhm.
I think because of that, I feel like when people started to come to the US, they felt the need to assimilate a little bit more, whereas UK they didn't because they were all up in our business in the freaking colonial times.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, I don't. I noticed. Maybe I'm overthinking it. But I was like, I noticed this. I'm just like, what? Because besides Vishal, it's like, or Viral, it's like, oh, there's not that many American couples besides them. So it's like interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. I don't know. I guess we'll
Deep
see.
dive. Let's go.
Yeah. I was
I
like,
guess-
I feel like something's happening here, but I can't tell what.
Well, I guess we'll have a little bit more idea about that in part 2 when we go over episodes 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah.
For sure.
So we'll see. But I think that's it. I think that's all we got for the first 4 episodes. Did we miss anything?
No, that's it.
I wanted to point out the fact that when Viral and Ashay made her friends, I believe they asked her like what would be like the determining factor, like the milestone of you guys being together. And Viral was like, "I'm ready. Like this is the guy for me." And I thought it was really cute.
It's
Like,
really cute.
Yeah, and Ashay was
She's
just
so confident. She knows what she wants. I love her so much.
And I was like really this is why I was like, oh, this is why I'm gonna keep watching because of these.
Yeah, I mean, literally. Also, I want to know if he really bought the $27,000 bracelet for her.
I think
I'm gonna find that out.
I think he did. I really do think he did.
Yo, he's a baller. He was like, he didn't flinch. Man did not flinch.
Yeah, I'm happy for her. I'm so happy for her.
Good for her, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're the only couple that I care about. No one else I care about. So we'll see. We'll see. That's the thing about the show, man. We want authentic connections through the storyline. We don't care if people are just good matches. We care like how they found their love story.
I would say that Viral and Ashay are the only successful relationship between Seema. What's going on?
Jazz, did you Google a spoiler?
Oh no!
I googled did he actually buy the jewelry, but then I got a spoiler, and I'm
No!
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
You're the worst.
I'm
You're
not
the
gonna say it.
worst,
Why? Why
I
did you do that?
googled if he bought the jewelry.
And it came up.
Just don't Google it.
Don't
That is
Google it.
like that's irresponsible. Like
I know, shame.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
but
Y'all
shame on the
asked if he
internet.
actually bought it. Like I was
Shame on the
thinking maybe
internet,
production
though,
paid
too.
for it.
But shame on the internet as well.
Yeah, shame on the internet for like putting 5 different things in there that had nothing to do with the actual jewelry question.
I'm gonna overthink it and I'm gonna Google it.
No, I want
Don't do
to.
it.
I'm gonna end this episode right now before Jazz gives it away.
Yeah.
I'm not giving it away. I'm not saying
Okay.
nothing.
All right, you
Who's
better
that?
not. You better
Yeah.
not. Well, Maria, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Please let our audience know where they can find you.
Definitely on TikTok. I'm Mario Watches Everything, as my name says. I'm also on Instagram and YouTube now. I watch literally everything. Obviously,
Ooh,
dating
YouTube.
shows and South Asian shows, but I also watch a lot of TV that's around everywhere. I'm going to be recently covering the new "What's Love Got to Do with It" movie about a Pakistani arranged marriage. It's going to be on Temple of Geeks, so if you want to check that out. But yeah, follow me on TikTok talking about all
Yay.
TV shows in the future.
I think I'm gonna watch that too somehow if I can find a place that's playing it, and maybe we can do a review on it and have you back on the show.
Ooh, let me know. Let me know. I think it comes out May 5th, actually. So next week.
Ooh,
Cinco de Mayo.
May
Yeah.
5th. Oh, it's only it's only going up against Guardians of the Galaxy. No big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5-4, right? No big
Good
deal.
luck. Yeah. But let me know what you think. We'll definitely talk about it.
Definitely do it. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. And guys, stay tuned for part 2 of Indian matchmaking. But until then, salam nerds.